You floss every day, but are you actually doing it right? Most people think they're flossing correctly, but they're missing the one step that actually removes the bacteria causing cavities and gum disease. Stick around, because in the next 5 minutes, I'll show you the exact technique that makes all the difference. Why flossing is non-negotiable. Here's something your dentist wants you to know. Periodontal disease and most cavities don't start on the surface of your teeth. They start between your teeth, in the tiny spaces where your toothbrush bristles simply cannot reach. That's exactly why flossing isn't optional. It's the only way to remove the plaque and bacteria hiding in those spaces before they destroy your teeth. Start by pulling out about 18 inches of floss, roughly the length from your fingertips to your elbow. Wind most of it around the middle fingers of each hand, leaving about 5 inches free in the middle to work with. Now hold that section between your thumbs and index fingers, leaving just about 1 inch of floss to actually clean with. This gives you full control and a fresh section of floss for every tooth. Step 2. Getting between the teeth. Now gently guide the floss between your teeth using a soft side-to-side motion. Important: never snap or force the floss down. This is the #1 mistake people make. Snapping it hard can actually damage your gums and cause unnecessary bleeding. Go slow. Be gentle. Let the floss do the work. Step 3. The C-shape technique. Here's the step that most people completely skip, and it's the most important one. Once the floss is between your teeth, pull it tightly into a C-shape around the side of one tooth. Then gently slide it under the gum line. Now move it up and down several times. This is what actually scrapes away the plaque and bacteria. Then pull the floss around to the neighboring tooth, make another C-shape, and repeat. This C-shape technique is the difference between actually cleaning your teeth and just going through the motions. Step 4. Work your way around. After each tooth, wind the floss to a fresh section, so you're not just moving bacteria from tooth to tooth. Gradually work your way around your entire mouth, cleaning both sides of every single tooth. Don't forget the back sides of your very last molars. That's where most people miss and where cavities love to hide. About bleeding gums. Now, if your gums bleed when you floss, don't panic and don't stop. Bleeding means your gums are inflamed from built-up bacteria, and that's actually a sign you need to floss more. With regular daily flossing, the inflammation goes down and the bleeding typically stops within 1 to 2 weeks. But if the bleeding continues after 2 weeks, that's when you should see your dentist. Struggling to reach your back teeth? Try a floss fork or floss pick. They make it much easier to get into those hard-to-reach areas. And if you wear braces, have implants, or a dental bridge, a water flosser is an excellent option that your dentist will love. Warning signs. One last thing. Pay attention to how the floss feels. If your teeth feel too tight to floss, or the floss catches, tears, or shreds, don't ignore it. These are warning signs that something may need attention in your mouth, like a cracked filling, a cavity between teeth, or tartar buildup. Book a dental appointment and get it checked. That's the complete proper flossing technique. Simple, effective, and only takes 2 minutes a day. If this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe to PerfectSmile Studio for clear, honest dental education every single week. Drop your questions in the comments. I read and reply to all of them. Take care of your smile, because it's the first thing people see. See you in the next one.